Man woke up from his coma with a horrified face and looked to the side, because the old man in the next bed was emitting a bizarre aura all over his body, his messy beard and sharp nails. All of this indicated that he had been in this hospital for a long time, and must have been left unattended for a long time. This scared John so much that he hurriedly rang the pager, but what responded to him was dead silence. John had to struggle to get up. He pulled the oxygen tube from his mouth, but he didn't notice that the old man had disappeared. It was while he was in a state of astonishment. The old man suddenly lunged at him, and pressed him to the hospital bed. He was about to be strangled to death. John threw the old man out with all his strength, and grabbed a plate and smashed it over the old man's head. When he ran out into the hallway to call for help, he found the hospital empty, and the crazy old man came at him again. But the skinny old man had amazing strength. After John had completely subdued the old man, then he got up and continued to ask for help, but he seemed to be the only one left in the hospital. What's even more bizarre is that the old man disappeared, only left a pool of blood on the ground. It sent chills down John's spine. He grabbed a bigger scalpel to defend himself, but when he went to the hospital room, the old man was back in his bed, and still wearing a ventilator. He was a far cry from the man he'd been earlier. John suspected he was hallucinating, but the blood on his clothes proved that what had just happened was real. He took his cell phone out of his pants pocket to call the police, but the cell phone has no signal here. Looking at the strange old man in the hospital bed, John decided to leave the hospital immediately. He changed into his own clothes and was about to go out, but was suddenly blocked by a female nurse. The nurse said she heard the pager and came over. She warned John that he needed to rest and not get out of bed. John said an old man had attacked him. He pointed to the old man's bed, but bizarrely the old man disappeared again. He was just about to explain to the nurse, but then he realized the doorway was just as empty. To find out what's going on in the hospital, John was going to look for someone on another floor, but just as he pressed the elevator button, there was a startling growl from behind him. The old man was actually coming after him again. Seeing the old man rushing towards him at great speed, John had to push the elevator button as hard as he could. The elevator door opened just in time and shut the old man out at the last second. But before John could calm down, there was a loud noise from the top of the elevator. The old man climbed to the top of the elevator. John stopped the elevator and escaped. Then he grabbed an forced stand for protection, but he waited for a few minutes. The old man didn't follow him out. John's nerves finally relaxed. He fell to the ground in a heap, trying to remember how he got here. All he remembered was a car accident on his way to work, but he didn't expect to wake up to something so bizarre. While John was thinking hard, there was another scream from the ward. It turned out that in another ward was lying a woman who was being prepared for surgery.